And kind of what Jim is talking about too is our work is experiential. And we feel, we believe very strongly is when you experience something, it's hard to deny it. If you haven't been taking some kind of mind-altering substances and you start having different experiences, you can try to deny them, but the experiences come back.
It's the evidence.
It's the evidence. And so then, and the evidence is probably contrary to what you've learned to believe is reality. There's this old statement that we use a lot is that, what I believe is true for me, what you believe is true for you, but what's true for me may not be true for you. Right? Our perceptions are our reality.
Is that true?
Yeah, and we can shift that. We can shift that. And when you start seeing the shifts, when people start seeing the shifts, it's like the light bulb goes off. And that is so rewarding. It is just really wonderful to see the shifts in people and to see the amount of light that people carry and that kind of thing. And it's a wonderful thing.
I've said it before on the show, so many times after doing sessions and getting to those core beliefs, those limited self-thoughts, and bringing them up to the conscious mind where, again, you could just change it and shift it. And what happens is it's like putting on a whole new set of sunglasses. Like now you're looking through a filter of, wow, I really am good enough, and I really am lovable, and life really is easy, and this is fun. And what I notice with people, it's not even about the outcome anymore. It's not about the goal. Now it's about, you know what? I feel good. I'm just happy. I just feel more like myself with a capital S, Sometimes I think that the whole childhood thing is such a setup, because not only are things happening around us, events are happening, we're making up stories about it, they're becoming our belief system, so we're sort of sabotaging ourselves with our limited thoughts about, well, that must mean that I'm stupid, and that must mean that I'm not good enough, as well as all the people around us and our teachers and authority figures and parents also sort of giving us their information so that we could, and I know it's all good intention, mom, dad, everybody's teaching us how to be so that we can survive in a way that they feel would be the best possible way for us. But it's not really about who we are. So I know you have a class coming up that specifically is about this issue. So can you tell us a little bit about that class?
You want to start it?
Go for it.
Oh, good. All right, well, I'll start then. It's called the Energetic Personality Styles, and what it does is it teaches you what you've been trained to be and what you authentically are. And in that, what it means is we're trained to be something, and we call it our conditioned self, like you're talking about from our childhood, our parents, and everybody. Most of what we pick up is modeled. We're taught through modeling.
Yes.
And if you're, like for me, I'm a fire energy, and I'll get to that more later. But fire energy are doers. We're action. It's like we step into a space and something's going to happen. That's just the way it is. And as a kid, from my upbringing, that was way too chaotic and too much energy for my parents, and it wasn't going to work in the world. It was going to set me up to fail. So they taught me to be more, I should say, less spontaneous, a little more organized, a little more researchy, which is a water energy, which is softer.
That's me.
That would be Jennifer, and they're softer. So that would kind of taints the fire, so to speak, and from their perspective, would give me a better opportunity to succeed in the world. But at the same time, it's constantly fighting with who I really am, my true self. And so there's this inner battle that constantly goes on through your conscious, subconscious, and all these dynamics. So it's about finding out how we've been trained to be wired, and how we're really wired, and how to step into our authentic wiring.
Right, and the types work together. I mean, we have the elements, fire, earth, air, and water, right? And the elements all work together, and when we can express ourselves authentically, we know where we fit. You know, some people are very good on that initiation, you know, and getting things started, whatnot. Those typically are not the people that are going to see it through over the long haul. You know, and there are other people that know the steps, you know how to make the connections, know how to make the networks, know how to make those things happen. And then there are those that can refine the processes and to make everything better, you know, and so that everything works better and, you know, happens. And this is how we interact with each other and bring these strong elemental aspects that we have about ourselves to the fore. And in connecting with that, there's a lot of joy. You know, you go, yeah, this is the way I am. And this is how I fit. And then this is how you fit. And you know, we can be different. And we can work together really well.
One thing I love about all this, and I want to make really clear, you know, all these parents and all these authority figures and all these people that are molding us and have these great intentions for us, everything that's happening is a perfect setup. If you're coming up with ideas that you're not lovable, you're not good enough, or your life is a struggle, all of that is because that's exactly what you need to move through in this particular time for you to have more of what you're wanting. So blaming any of those people in your life, I say they just showed up for their appointment. And for people to show up for their appointment, they've got to love you in a really big, giant way for them to actually show up for you, to show you everywhere you're out of alignment with your divine nature, with your divine self, with who you really are, so that you can be more of that. So what's so cool about this, when you're talking about, you know, how somebody's really good at one thing and the other person finds out they're really good at the other part, and then you have these three people that do beginning, middle, and end. And it's such perfect timing for that, because I know so many people that are always trying to do everything by themselves, and we just stepped right into this unified field, this universal underworld on March 8th in the Mayan calendar, and none of that is going to work anymore. It's about unifying. So to find out where you shine and find out who you are and what you're really good at, and then find other people who could fill in the blanks and the pieces to the puzzle, the outcome is going to be beyond anything that's happened on this planet before. And I think that's why centers, when two people like you guys come together and create these centers, I think this is what it's all about, is uplifting the planet and helping people to find out what's in the way of you experiencing yourself, again with that capital S. So A+. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great website. And you have all these like really fun little tools and cool things at your center. Yeah, tell us a little bit about, I know at the fair you had these, at the expo you had these beautiful flutes also. So it's all about music instruments and it's all about energy and vibration. So tell us a little bit about how do you use this stuff?
Well, these, the native hoop drums, we make them at the center also, and we.
So you make these?
Yeah, I made them.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. Whoop.
It's got a stick in the back.
It's got the stick in the back. Oh, it's beautiful.
So thank you. And we do a monthly shamanic drumming journeying class that we do, and we use them, and we have, you know, bring your own drum or use one of ours.
Yeah.
And what about if you're somebody like me and I never played a drum in my life? Would I be?
We love people like you, Mitch, because people come and they say, I have no rhythm. And we go, come, you know, just come. And
let us show you.
By the end of the evening, you're playing rhythms, you're playing with the group, and it's a fabulous experience.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Don't let not having a drum be something that stops you from coming, because we have them there. And I always say, within the first hour of the class, you'll be playing 4 different beats together. Everybody, we break up the whole group, and everybody plays a different part. It's like singing "Row, Row, Row Your Boat" in rounds, just with drums. so we do that, and you will find your rhythm.
Yes.
One of the four rhythms you will primarily resonate to. It comes to you automatically. And the other ones you kind of work with, but there's one it hasn't failed yet, and I've been drumming for over 30 years. And it just, one goes, yes, that's mine.
Yeah, cool. I know, because I'm one of those people that's a little bit intimidated. I know that you guys probably have a bunch of people who've been pounding away at these things for a while, and I don't want to look like an idiot, Oh, God, yeah, is that my personal lie? I don't want to look stupid. Oh, God, not that. So this would be a perfect opportunity for me to get through that.
Oh, yeah, it is. And we have new people coming in all the time. So we have new people who come in on the 4th class of a rhythm. And so everybody's been playing it for 4 weeks, and they still get it.
Yeah. It's a wonderful experience. Actually, if you've never experienced hand drumming before, we really encourage you to do that. I was not a drummer before meeting Jim, and what I found was the act of playing the drum, it's so therapeutic. We've got an article on the website as well talking about the benefits of drumming, and you can download it. We've got a couple of articles on there actually they can download, and it is a wonderful expressive thing to do emotionally. It just moves things. We have people coming in, they've had a horrible day at work, you can just tell the energy, right? and after the drum circle, 2 hours, they leave, they're feeling good, they're feeling relaxed, it's like
their energy
all
changed.
goes away.
Well, one thing that comes up in sessions all the time with me, when we call in the wise part and say, okay, what can they do to have this new outcome every day of their life? Come up with one really good thing. And it's always about being self-expressed.
Yes, well, and one of the things in one of the trainings that we did, the legend is that Quetzalcoatl brought the drum and the flute to the humans to be able to connect with these other realms, and the drum takes you down, right? It grounds you, and the flute takes you to the higher realms.
And the rattle is the medium in between.
And these have been used throughout millennium. So not only do you have that, the expression like that you're talking about, but you're also connecting with these morphic fields that have been from the time when, human beings first started to express themselves, and so you tap into these fields. Just by the act of playing these instruments.
It's amazing. So it was such a pleasure meeting you, and thank you all for joining us tonight.
Thanks for being here.
And if you'd like to, we're doing another Santa Fe Wellness Expo on April 16th. It's a Saturday, and it's going to be from 10 to 6 in El Dorado, which is right outside Santa Fe. Come visit us. You could find out more about us at www.sf. This time, don't spell it out. It's sfwellnessexpo.com, or you could do sfwellness-expo.com. Either one will get you there. If you want more information about me and the show, you can go to itsyourmindthatmatters.com or mitchfriedman1.com. Boy, there's a lot of .coms and a lot of emails, and it's all about the internet, but it keeps us all really connected. So again, blessings to you, blessings to all of you. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us.